hello everyone. You are on the mat with James Brake here on ISNet Missouri. Vince Brown alongside Cape Central Wrestling Coach James Brake. Welcome back.
Hey, thanks a lot.
Regular season wrapping up this past week. The tri-duel that wound up being a battle between three teams at a different location. Central, Poplar Bluff, and I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Notre Dame. How did that turn out?
Well, as a matter of fact, that thing, it was subject to change yet again. It ended up being Cape, Poplar Bluff, and Dexter at Poplar Bluff. Notre Dame was supposed to attend for a while, but there was some other kind of scheduling conflict. So it ended up just being the three of us, and there was some pretty good wrestling. We actually beat Dexter in a solid duel, and then we lost on the Bluff. But I don't think any of the three teams there were at full strength. Everybody had a few starters out, resting them up, trying to get them healthy for districts. But a lot of the younger kids got some good matches, a good varsity experience.
And it's kind of important for the younger guys to get in the mix, especially if you're looking to put them into the district tournament coming up, later this week over at the Farmington Civic Center. They haven't got a lot of mat time, but this is definitely probably the time to do so.
Absolutely. You've got to get them in there, throw them out there, let them see what the intensity level is going to be like. Fortunately for us, we don't really have anybody that we're just going to throw out there. But it's also important to motivate those kids at the end of the season. They've got off-season work to do, and sometimes a little taste of varsity experience at the end of the year will get them motivated to come in the weight room, get in the wrestling room, attend summer camps, whatever they have to do to get better.
Let's take a look real quick back at the regular season. A number of key tournament victories that you got along the way. Strong showing at the Tiger Classic, including a couple of guys. One of the guys that made the top of the podium, of course, is Des Howard, and everybody is looking at him to be the focal point of this team heading into districts. But his brother Juwan Howard might sneak up on folks.
Yeah, it's funny to me. People ask me who's the best on the team, who's got the best shot at doing this or that, and the answer is we have 5 or 6 guys that could all be all-state this year. It's going to come down a little bit to how the brackets kind of end up, but as far as talent goes, we've definitely got some kids that can wrestle with anybody. I love the state tournament for that reason. You've got to be on that weekend. You've got to be ready to roll when it comes time to compete. Juwan Howard, he's one that can wrestle a close match with just about anybody. I'm not sure he's a state finalist yet, but I think he's definitely able to compete with any of those guys that can go up there and earn 5, 6, 4 spots, something like that. Desmond Howard's the same way. He can wrestle with any of those kids. Kevin Flesher, again, nobody's going to go out there and just toss that kid around. He's going to be right there in the match against anybody. And my job is to get these kids to peak at the right time and give their best performance at the right time of the year. And that's what we're going out there trying to do. Trey Grosvenor is another one. Raymond Wolvet. These guys, they can compete. And I think we haven't peaked yet. We're looking to do that at districts this week in the state tournament.
We'll come back and take a look at who's some of the competition that the Tigers will face at this year's district tournament on our way to the Hearn Center. Don't move a muscle or your singlet. You're on the mat with James Brake. And welcome back to On the Mat with James Brake here on ISNet Missouri. Vince Brown alongside Cape Central Wrestling Coach James Brake. The Farmington Civic Center, that's where the Class 3 District 1 tournament will be this year. It's the lone playoff before going to the big dance at Mizzou Arena, the Hearn Center, whichever you want to call it up in Columbia at the University of Missouri. And as you mentioned in the last segment, there could be some 6 all-staters that could make major noise up at the Civic Center. Who are some of the guys that they may run up against on their way to the Hearn Center this year?
Well, it seems to be just about anybody on that Farmington team is going to be a tough kid to beat, man. Those kids are just wrestling really well right now. It's a testament to the work that they put in. Throughout the year, they're well coached. Those kids are just playing tough. and I mean they're seeing state quality matches every day in their wrestling room practice. So kudos to them. I mean, I'm not saying we can't beat them. That's what we're looking to do. But I mean, those guys are going to be competitive in every single weight class. Rockwood Summit seems to be another school like that. Maybe not quite on Farmington's level yet, but again, you're going to run into a tough kid in just about every weight class. Washington, Missouri, they're kind of a squad like us where, you know, they're going to have several solid weight classes. Hillsboro's another team like that where they're going to have several solid kids that you could run into. Again, I think we can be competitive in every single match that we wrestle this weekend. The boys are just going to show up and wrestle is what it comes down to.
Do you see maybe that a guy like a Trey Gruffner, like a Des Howard, really putting the team on their back and showing the other kids, look, this is what it's going to take for you to get all the way to Columbia and get in the mix of just about everybody who's anybody in the wrestling circles? Are they going to be in linchpin, or is somebody from a weight class you don't expect maybe to make that grade this year?
You know, it amazes you every year the performance that you see out of some of these guys. Take Desmond Howard at the Tiger Classic this year. That's a kid who's always wrestled well. He made up his mind. He wanted to win that tournament, and he blew everybody out of the water that whole time. I don't think he was really threatened in any of his matches at all. And when you wrestle like that, with that desire to win, you're going to be tough to beat. The key this time of season is confidence. If you approach those matches, you open up, you're wrestling tough, you're wrestling to win, you're going to hit all your moves no matter who you're wrestling, you're going to be a dangerous kid. I don't care where you're from or what you've done before, but if you open up in districts and you don't let nerves get to you, you're going to be tough. I think we've got a pretty mature squad this year. We've got juniors and seniors that are going to go out there and do just that. Jawan Howard's not going to hold back. Kevin Flesher's not going to hold back. Grosvenor, none of these guys are going to hold back, and I think that's why I'm really excited about this district tournament. I can't say it's going to be one guy or the other. Hopefully it's 5 or 6 of them that just decide to open up and unleash. And, you know, if they do that, the wins-losses will take care of themselves.
Well, it's beast mode time at the district tournament. It'll be at the Farmington Civic Center the weekend of the 13th and the 14th. We'll recap it on next week's edition. And we look to hopefully have a few Tigers claw their way to the state tournament in Columbia. Along with James Brake, I am Vince Brown, and you have been on the mat with James Brake here on ISNet Missouri.